Hello, and sorry for the delay. We had a bit of a weather thing going on around here, so we all had to go and take cover. So appreciate your patience. In my area, the storm's kind of moved through already, but a lot of our southeastern areas, to me, even where my folks are, they actually are still under a tornado and severe thunderstorm watch. So just kind of praying for them that everything moves through quickly, and I'm going to hop to our cards. So hi, Beth, how are you? Just wanted to share with you a little bit of information. So our studio card club this month is The Kindest Gnomes. Really an adorable set. So it comes with a stamp set and dies, which we'll be using today in our project. And in my card club here, you will be getting some of the designer series paper. You'll be getting some ribbon. You'll be getting an embellishment as all part of the studio club. And then you will be making 8 cards. So it's 4 of each design. I do still have that sign up available. It's only available until the 15th, which is what, Friday? So make sure that you get signed up for that. It's really a cute class, and I have so many more ideas to share with you. So here's just a little sneak peek at some of the cards that you'll make in club. So today we are going to also be using our Kindest Gnomes, but actually we're not going to be using our stamp set. We're going to focus on our dies today. So I've got 2 die sets here. I've got the gnomes, and I've also got the harvest dies. So we're going to make a really adorable card. I'm sure you're going to love it. So let me just get some of these things out of the way, and I will go ahead and bring out everything that we need for our card. I'm also going to be pulling in the Inspired Thoughts stamp set. All of this is available on my online store. So if you're needing any of these products, please feel free to hop on over there and order your products. I will have a link in the description. So if you're watching on YouTube, you will see a link to all the products being used today. And if you're watching on Facebook, I will also add those to the comments. So let's get started on our card. Let me move some of this all out of the way. And I do apologize if I get distracted. It's because I'm kind of keeping an eye on the weather on my other screen. So I can, tell my folks what's going on, because they've holed up in their safe place, and I don't know if they're actually using their phones or not to listen to the weather. So I just need to keep updating them. All right, so here is our adorable card that we're going to make. And again, it's all using dies. The only stamp set that we're going to be using is our Inspired Thought for our greeting. You could easily use one of the greetings from your Kindest Gnome stamp set, but I just felt I wanted to do something a little different. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't need that at the moment. I have a piece of thick basic white cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4, so that's my card base. I have a piece of Pear Pizzazz, and this measures 4 inches, so 4 inches by 5 1/4, so that's going to be my layer. Now, I also have another piece of the Pear Pizzazz that I'm going to be using to die cut all of my little goodies out here, and I actually did that before the storm and everything came through. So I'm just grabbing a piece to use as my scrap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this die from our harvest dies. So this is the dies that are in that harvest dies. So I'm going to be using this one, and I'm also using this one for my little tag. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I've done quite a bit of this ahead of time, but I will pull in just one of them so you can see. I actually need to have 3 of these. So I'm going to bring in my little mini die cut machine here. Move that off to the side. Yes, one exciting, eventful day. So I obviously did not have my lunch today. How about all of you? What are you having today? So I'm going to take this die, and I'm just going to put it on here. Now, I don't need the whole length of it, so it's okay that some of it's hanging off the edge. I also need this little grassy piece here, and I'll need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 of these. So I'm just going to cut it all at the same time. In fact, I'm just going to put it right up there. So I've done, like I said, a lot of that before. I'm just going to do 1 of each of these just so you can see. This will go through. All right. And a lot of times with very detailed dies, I like to go back and forth a couple of times. So I just want to make sure that this cut through. There we go. So I'm just going to zip it through one more time here. All right. Whoopsie. Whoop. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so now I have my die right here. I need these plates here because I'm doing a little bit more die cutting. So today is really kind of all die cutting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. So I'm just taking my take a pick tool and I'm just poking through the holes on top, and that will allow me to kind of pull that right off. So I've got that. I'm going to just get these extra pieces out of my die, and we'll put that aside. So like I said, I have 3 of these. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now I have 4 pieces of grass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next thing I need to do is I need to die cut my gnomes. So what I've done is I have a piece of just a scrap right now. I'm going to cut out one of these little faces here. It's his beard. So I'm just going to cut out one. You'll need 3 for this project, but I've already done some of those. I just want to do a couple things for you. That way the video isn't too long. So I've got my little beard here, and I'm going to go ahead and take my sentiment label here, and I'm just going to run that through. Again, I would do the beard 3 times. All right. So now I've got these pieces. So I've got my sentiment, and I've got my 1, 2, 3, my 3 beards here, right there. Okay. Put those back on here, and now I get to make my little gnome. So what I need to do is I need to have his, if I can pick it up here, his hat, his little pants and feet and nose. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. So I've taken some designer series paper, and I've done a few of these already. So I've done my rich raspberry, and I've done my crushed curry, and now I want to do my mossy meadow. So I'm using my Regal's designer series paper instead of just using all cardstock. So let's get these pieces on. So I've got my piece for my hat, piece for my feet. So let's just get that on. And it's about a 2-inch wide piece there. And then the other one's just a scrap. All right. Go ahead and send that through. All right. And the last thing I need to die cut is going to be the little noses, because that's what actually makes these guys so darn cute. So let me get my little scrap piece of petal pink here. I like the petal pink because it's more, I don't know, more of a peachy kind of, fleshy kind of color. So there are multiple little noses in your die set here. So I'm just going to do 2 of them at the same time. And as soon as I find my top here. Now, again, I've done a bunch of these ahead of time. So they're going to be all done. Okay. Get all my pieces over here off to the side so I don't lose them. So I've got my 1, 2, and where's my 3rd nose? Oh my. I seem to have lost a nose. I'll have to cut one more. Oh, here it is. Oh, well, but nope, it's not there either. Okay. Oh, here it is. Found it. 3. Okay. I can move my die cut machine out of the way now, and we're going to start assembling our card. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab in my silicone mat, and I'm going to make my little gnomies here. So let's just get them all 3 placed. I'm going to add my little noses using mini dimensionals. So I'm just going to leave those up top for right now. And then I'm going to pull in my liquid glue. This one seems pretty full. Let's just make sure it's gonna come out. Got a little glue booger on there. Okay, that one's not gonna come out. Let's see, how's this one work? There we go. All right, so now for this, I am just going to put a little bit of, if I can pick this thing up here, I'm putting some of my adhesive right along kind of that embossed area here. That's where his hat is going to go. So I've got my one hat, and you can use whichever patterns you want. Okay, I'm doing it this way because there's a little stitching on that hat. It's so adorable. Okay, so now I've got that piece done. Let's get our little pants on so he has some legs and feet. All right, and I'm just going to lay that right on there. This is why I'm using my silicone mat, because sometimes that glue will ooze out a little bit. So this way I have it covered and it's not getting all over my work surface. So now again, we're taking the crushed curry and making another gnome. And I do apologize there. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to turn my Do Not Disturb on. And I'm going to use this one last piece here. Okay. And okay, sorry, just checking back on the weather again. So it looks like we have a tornado that touched down in Merton. Hope everyone is safe there. I'm just trying to see. It looks like the last remaining part of the storm is kind of headed through Racine. But I am not a weather person, so go to Fox 6 News or something and watch the weather there. Okay, let's go ahead and put our little mini dimensionals right there on that embossed kind of oval area. And that's where we're going to put our noses. So, okay, and we'll get the next one. Yes, our basement did flood, so I'm going to have a lot of work this evening. It wasn't the work I was planning on doing, but yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, so now we got our little gnomies created. Aren't they freaking cute? Okay, next we're going to go ahead and bring in our card base, our card layer. So this is our Pear Pizzazz, and I am going to actually put my first gnome down. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my regular liquid glue this time here, just because I know it's a little bit bigger area. So on two of them, I'm going to just use my liquid glue, and one of them I'll pop up. So here we go. And we'll put this right here. I don't want to go all the way to the bottom, but pretty close. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these pieces, and I'm going to put some liquid glue here. So I do like using my thin tip for this, but since I have this one right in my hand, I'm just going to use this. All right. And I think I will bring in my silicone mat just to make sure when I extend these down that I'm not getting my work surface. All right, so now this one, I'm just going to kind of overlap this first gnome just a little bit. Okay. I'm just creating some dimension in the back, and I think maybe I'll only use two of them, and then we'll do this one. Again, I'm covering that gnome just a little bit, just to make him seem like he's kind of in the cornfield, right? Okay. I thought this was really kind of a cute fall card. And I apologize, my alarms are going off, so something's happening. Oh. And I'm paying attention to my computer instead of my project here. That's not always a good thing. All right. Sorry, kind of got a little mess going. I am totally distracted. Okay. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some of the the grassy kind of pieces. So again, I'm just using my liquid glue, and I'm going to do one on the side here. I really want to pretty much stay on this card layer. It's okay if it comes off just a tad. All right, I need to get out my other glue. And add one more. This is the same glue. I just happen to have it in a dispenser that has a fine tip on it, which makes it a lot easier if I don't keep dropping things to adhere. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here. And I'm being a little messy because I am kind of in a hurry. I want to check on my folks, so I apologize. And we'll go ahead and add another one here. If you're watching the replay, I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Put one over here. And then I'm going to put my fourth one down over on the edge as soon as I can find it. Right over on this side here, just like that. All right. Okay, so let's get our other little guys down here. Before I do that, I'm just going to actually trim off those extra pieces here. So if I went off too far, I can just trim those off. All right, now we're going to pop him up on dimensionals. Okay, I kind of layered my beard and my pants there. You could add another dimensional if you'd like. And I'm going to put him right here. Just like that. This one I'm just going to add with liquid glue. And thanks, Amy. I probably shouldn't have even come on, but I figured I had some time. Okay, and now I'll go ahead and adhere this to my card base. And then we'll go ahead and add our sentiment and our embellishments, and we will be done with this card. So kind of a quick little video today. Hope you're enjoying it. And again, my the Studio Card Club is available for sign up. You get all of the cardstock, pre-cut, everything that you need in your package. The only thing I don't provide are any die cuts that come with the bundle, so that you would need those on your own. But for the most part, I've done it using the stamp set and the designer series paper, so you could easily just use that. Now, normally I would have actually stamped this before I die cut it, so let's see how talented I can be today. And I'm going to try to fit it in there. Oh, let's see. I don't want that one. I want the sentiment that says, thinking of you on your special day. All right. So, cross our fingers that we actually get it lined up. I'm going to stamp with our Mossy Meadow because it coordinates with these colors. I like how it coordinates with our Pear Pizzazz as well. So let's go ahead and get this. And if I goof up, then I will just run it through the die cut machine. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Is it straight? Oh, not so bad. Kind of lucked out on that one. Woohoo! Someone's watching over me. Thank goodness. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop these up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to use my larger ones. Boop. Boop. And yes, you do have to make the boop, boop sound when you are attaching with dimensionals. Just saying. It makes it more fun. All right, I'm going to cover that hat just a little bit. And now let's bring in our shiny blings. So we're going to be using our rhinestone basic jewels. Notice I haven't even added any ribbon on this card. I really just let the cardstock do the work. And I want to put one here. So you don't always need to have designer series paper. I use designer series paper all the time. And I sometimes forget that I should just really just use my cardstock. So you could actually, with these two, you could stamp on a piece of cardstock and then just go ahead and die cut those out. So it's totally up to you on what you'd like to use. Let's see, I want to have another one up here somewhere. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just add it right here. Okay, so that is our card today. I hope you enjoyed your lunch. Let me know what you're eating. I haven't figured it out yet because I'm going to be making phone calls. So, all right. I hope you're all safe wherever you are. Have a wonderful day. Tomorrow night at 6:44 is our Stampin' Fun and More on my Facebook channel. So make sure you come and join me. I'm going to be doing something with Country Reese. So take care. Love you all. Bye.